Things you should never ever do during the act or during the action or during the game, whichever you want to call it. Number one, treating sex with your partner as though it's some kind of pornography. Now, most of us, when we watch these things in the porn, we want to transfer everything exactly to the real life, which is never ever going to happen. Okay. Now, you need to know that what we see in the movies is either Photoshop or these are people who take drugs to actually get that strength that you see in the movies or to get the extension of their organs. So you cannot start behaving in the same way with your partner. Okay, you need to know that this is a real life and it cannot be compared to what you see in the pornography. Okay, number two, when you either climax very soon or very late. Okay, so if you're a guy and then you are the kind of person who keep pumping, I mean, she's tired, she has gotten dry, she's like, baby, please finish, and you cannot finish, then she is not going to like it. Or if you are the kind of person who just 5 minutes you are already coming, then again, that will not be cool. Next point, number three, is when you put your whole weight on your partner for a long time. Now, it's either way, okay? It could be a lady say giving which position can I use? Okay, it could be a lady giving cowgirl to her partner, and then she is putting her whole weight on the guy. That is not good. And equally, if it's the guy giving say missionary to the lady and he is putting his whole weight onto her, that is also not right. So take note of that. Next point, Number four, sorry. Next point, number four, is when you inflict pain on your partner before they get heated up or before they get into the mood or before they get aroused. Okay, now there are people who enjoy the kind of game that is painful. Okay, probably they like scratching themselves, probably they like what else, they like spanking each other. Okay, now when you start doing the things on your partner before they are aroused, then it is not good for your partner. And lastly, point number five is when you skip foreplay. I already said this several times. It's always very, very important for you guys to have foreplay before you kickstart the game. Now, this is part one. Make sure that you check out part two of this topic. Okay, things that you should never ever skip or things you should never do while in the act. Remember to share, like, comment. I love you. Hi, and welcome to part two of things you should never ever do in the act or during the action. Okay, so point number 6 is forcing your partner to give you foreplay. It is not good to force. Now, if you're a guy and then you force your woman to give you a BG, worst case, you force them to swallow your cum, it's not cool. And equally, if you're a lady and you force him to get down there and give you, it's not cool. Now, we all need to know that in order for our partners to enjoy foreplay, they should do it willingly, never force them. Next point, number 7, is when you treat sex like a mechanical act. Okay, now when I say a mechanical act, these are the moments whereby a guy gets into the action and he pumps her with all the energy. I mean, there's no romance, there's no softness, there's no touches, there's no communication. I mean, all he wants is get into her. It's not good. Next point, number 8, is when you are being quiet throughout the game. I keep telling you of how important it is for you to communicate. Remember, when you communicate, then your partner is able to find out, oh, when I touch here, she enjoys it. When I touch the other side, she doesn't enjoy it. When I sit onto this direction, they enjoy it. When I do this, they do not enjoy it. So it's very important for you to always communicate. Do not be quiet during the act. Next point, number 9, is when you keep comparing your X with your current person or whoever you are now having the action with, okay? So it could be that you have had the act, and then as you are doing it, or few minutes after it, you're like, oh, if it was my ex, you should have done this, you should have done it the other way. If it was my guy, my ex guy, he could have done this. I mean, it's never good to keep comparing your current with your ex. And lastly, point number 10 is when you pretend to have gotten to orgasm. Now, this is a very wrong. Never do this, because once you pretend, then your partner will always assume that you are enjoying, yet in actual sense you are not enjoying, okay? So let them know that you are not enjoying, such that they put in effort to ensure that you enjoy and get to orgasm. Well, guys, that's been the last part of things you should never ever do during the act. Let me know in the comment section which of the points we have looked at are those that you agree with, and which are those you do not agree with. Remember to give me a follow, remember to like, remember to share this video, and leave a comment. I love you guys. Thank you always for watching, and I hope to see you in my next